that. What an incredible gift. So you've got no excuse for giving anything less than your best effort. No excuses.
By millions of Americans. And my administration inherited a deficit of over $1 trillion.
That's my second piece of advice, very simple. Don't make excuses. Take responsibility not just for your successes, take responsibility where you fall short as well.
This administration has inherited a $1.3 trillion deficit.
There are going to be times when you screw up. There'll be times where you hurt people you love. There'll be times where you make a mistake and you stray from the values that you hold most deeply. And when that happens, it's the easiest thing in the world to start looking around for somebody else to blame.
There's one more problem that I've inherited from George W. Bush.
No, but this is an easy habit to get into. You see it every day in Washington. Every day. Folks calling each other names, making all sorts of accusations on television.
President, well, you know, we're in a hole because when I walked in the door, I inherited this mess.
By the time I took office, the cost of the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan approached $1 trillion. But we took office amid a crisis. I'm busy, and Nancy's busy with our mop cleaning up somebody else's mess.
Blame Bush has been a good tagline for a long time, but I can't imagine how it must feel if my last name were Bush.
Well, I don't like it, and I don't think the American people care for it either. There's a yearning to get things done, and blaming somebody else for the problems of the here and now isn't going to solve the problem.
Everybody's always pointing a finger at somebody else. You notice that? Now, this community could have easily gone down that road. This community could have made excuses. Well, our kids have fewer advantages, our schools have fewer resources, how can we compete? You could have spent years pointing fingers, blaming parents, blaming teachers, blaming the principal, blaming the superintendent, blaming the president.
And right?
Well, obviously, this is something that clearly President Obama has inherited.
But that's class of 2010. I want you to pay attention on this because that's not what happened. Instead, this community was honest with itself about where you were falling short. You resolved to do better, push your kids harder, open their minds wider, expose them to all kinds of ideas and people and experiences. So graduates, I hope you'll continue those efforts. Don't make excuses.
Peace activist. I see Wall Street getting all kinds of bonuses while we have double-digit inflation. And I know Obama inherited the economic crisis. He inherited the wars. But I thought he was going to do things differently. I thought he'd focus on jobs at home. I thought we'd start out the healthcare debate looking at Medicare as a model and go from there instead of what we have now, which is very industry bonanza. So I think it's way too Wall Street industry top-heavy and not enough focusing on the real needs of people at home.
In fact, the Obama White House has inherited this North Korea policy and this conundrum.
Look, I inherited a recession. I'm ending on a recession. In the meantime, there were 52 months of uninterrupted job growth.
The government you're leading? And you know what? I'm tired of hearing, Bush left me with this. Well, why did you run? If you didn't want the job, you shouldn't have ran.